Howdy, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a gym CRIBS with online intern Devin. He is up in Boston or outside of Boston, and he's a super successful story. He's gone through the internship. He's gone out of the internship, and that's one of the great things about being all over the world is you come in when you need advice. We've had numerous calls where he had questions on business, on getting clients, on program design for specific clients. We would do them in class. He would go implement them. I give him challenges. He's a young buck kicking ass, and I love seeing people that are getting quality training, but also trainers making more. So I got a couple challenges with him right now. How can you develop streams 2, 3, and 4, whether it's with nutrition, referrals? He's done a great job of connecting with other professionals. So this guy is a walking, talking help Nick, as I talk about in my book, and we're going to get the pleasure today of seeing what he has. So let's see what you got there, Devin.
Yeah, you want to just a quick view of the room?
Yep.
So the lighting is not great on Zoom actually, but yeah, so essentially here, I'll show from kind of the corner. This is like the backside of the room. It's about 20 by 22, I think.
600 square feet.
Yeah, square feet. So over here, just in the corner is a, standard squat rack. I got bumper plates here. Oh, the other way. And just like regular plates there and a barbell.
Can you walk us in there to see, so you got a nice little barbell there. You got rogue plates. We'll talk about, that's a nice ass bench too. That bench was probably $500 or $600, huh?
Yeah, I think a few $100. I don't think it was quite 500 or 600, but yeah, the bench got rogue plates here. These I actually got, I got all this new, from a more of a local place.
Do you remember how much those plates cost?
How much in total?
Yeah.
The plates or the whole place?
The whole place.
Hold on, let me show the rest and then we'll, yeah. So here, so that actually goes, just to give context, I'm in the lower level of my home here. So look, I even have the shed outside. This is literally the yard.
Yep.
People just walk right in and park right in the driveway up there, and come in here. But then this is the rest of it. So I have dumbbells there. They go from 5, or actually pretty much 1.5 to 100 pounds. Funny story about that. I actually got those used from Cressey. They were getting rid of their dumbbell rack, and Pete put out something on his Instagram saying we're getting new dumbbells. Who wants these? I'm going to give a big discount to people who are, in the Cressey community. And so I ended up getting 5 to 100 for $800.
Shit, you lucked out.
Yeah, I lucked out there pretty nicely. But I bought the racks there, one between 100 and 150 for each rack. Over here, just got some kettlebells. Chris, your favorite Bosu ball is hiding back there.
You gotta have it. Your clients love it.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go into the plank position, throw the tennis ball in there, and
there you go. Nice.
I bought this new Echo bike. This was one of the most expensive things, probably $850, I think. And then, foam roller, a couple towels, exercise ball.
Do you have music in there? Is that a little iPad stand back there? Or what is that?
Yeah. So yeah, I have a JBL that I've had for a while. So, a couple clients will plug in their own phone and play their own music, or I'll ask, on day one what they like to listen to, and I'll just throw it on before they come in. This I actually had, I was even going to take this out when I created the gym. But I left it in because a few select clients, I do something like a leg extension, not really much with, and that bench isn't too stable. So I don't really use that. I use the bench that's over there. And then trap bar and the gym flooring. So the gym flooring was probably, if I had to guess, 1,200 maybe, and then a couple hundred shipping. So the whole thing in general, I don't know exactly, but if I had to guess, probably between 7,000 and 10,000.
Did you put those mirrors up, or were they already in there?
Yeah, I put the mirrors up too. Actually, I forgot to say that.
That's pretty impressive, because that's you need help for that.
Yeah, I had my girlfriend helping me actually.
Really? Did you got to get the tools that's hard shit to do right there.
So it's actually, and if anyone's watching and they're interested, it was actually way easier than I thought. So this is 4 mirrors that I got, I think from Lowe's. You can get them at Home Depot too. They're like $50 each. And then if you go down here, essentially what I did is, I think they're called like J strips, right? And you just have to find, to level it out, and you just put a little like nail through on like kind of as you go down. And then the mirrors come with these little clips, just throw them on there. And that was enough to hold them in. So
impressive. Really? That's a handy person right there. Way to go.
Yeah, I had to fix this used to be like a record. So I had to fix like a hole in the wall that was there, but I had to paint the ceilings and the floors or the walls. But
so if you were to have this spot in Santa Monica, just to give people context, so you take the square footage, so it says 20 by 24. It's roughly, as we said, okay, so 20 by 22, roughly 440 square feet. You're looking at a minimum of $5 per square foot. So your rent there would be between probably $2 to $3 grand just for that spot. It would probably be pretty challenging to have another trainer in there as well. You could probably make it happen, but it would be maybe you're just going to have the conflict of working with other people. So your revenue that you're bringing in is no overhead. What's the best month you've ever done out of them?
It was last month. I did, I think, 11,500.
So how cool is that? You're already 10 times further than the average trainer who's making 30 grand a year. You're creative. And have you ever had any complaints like, oh my God, it's just not big enough, or I want more stuff?
No, none of that. The only complaint that it's actually kind of funny. One guy walked in and he like sniffed around and he was like, I smell mold. And I was like, oh, okay. Like that, that's the first time I've ever heard that. I've been training people here for several months. And then he just really never talked about it after that. Come to find out, he was just diagnosed with a mold allergy like the day before. So I think he was getting a little sensitive, but besides that, no complaints. So the ceiling here, like I can touch the ceiling. And so that was one of my biggest concerns coming into this is that, with the ceiling. But what I found is with a lot of people that I work with, we're not really doing like standing overhead military. Worst comes to worst, I'll drop down on a knee and do like a half kneeling overhead press. And I put this bar down a little bit. So it's not ideal for pull-ups, but you can still, easily do pull-ups. I do them with a few of my clients and myself too, because you can, still get full range of motion.
So probably step ups are a little hard.
Yeah. So that if you're like 5'11" or under, like if you're under 6 feet, you can get away with doing step ups, which is honestly most of my clients. Like,
how many clients do you currently have?
I have like 20 right now.
And where did you get most of them?
The way I started out was advertising on Facebook. So this is like the best tip I have for anyone who's looking to get clients is to go into local Facebook groups. So I'd go into the Facebook group for my town. The town's kind of nearby. Some towns even have more than one. And I just said, like, I am building out this gym, or I didn't say that. I said, I'm a personal trainer, in the area, have a new private studio. And it was I feel like that was kind of attractive during COVID. And so I was just like, if you're interested in, getting a little workout and trying out with a complimentary session, then message me. And I would say like
go ahead.
No, some groups allow you to do that weekly. Some it's like a one and done.
Yeah.
But, when I did that in like 5 or 6 groups, pretty much every time I posted, I would get some sort of interest. Sometimes I'd go in and offer like, oh, I have a couple sessions or spots open on Saturday. Who wants like a free workout? And, that engaged people. So just putting myself out there.
And how are you with saving your money? Are you putting stuff aside for an emergency account? Are you investing every month into new equipment? What do you do there?
Yeah. So I pretty much have no overhead right now. And so I'm dumping almost everything into the stock market.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I would say I'm saving like at least 95% of my income right now. And that's
something that I talked to you last time. It's about little things like investing back into your clients. I know that you've taken that upon yourself and doing that helps with more referrals. Now, are you actively looking for more clients, or what would be your big hunky audacious goal out of this right here? Would you want to expand? And now that you have a smaller, kind of like what Cressey did, started small and then grew, Is that something that you would entertain, or is it like you just want to keep on rocking this out? What are some of your bigger goals?
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure exactly. Like for everyone listening, I built this out, I think like 7 months ago at the end of the summer of 2021. And now we're April 2022. And I didn't really know like where it would go. And now, so to answer your question about, am I taking on more people? Not really right now. I just bumped up my prices a bit because I had reached kind of the capacity of what I could do in a week. And so anyone coming on, I'm gonna, like try to bump up prices. I could take on maybe a couple more people, but not too many. And then in terms of like expansion, I'm not honestly, like, I don't even know right now. That's something I have to think about. Like, what do I want the responsibility of opening like different gyms? Like, what does that even look like? I don't know. I'd want to talk to people like you who are.
I mean, you're doing the hardest part, which is doing it. So many people will put on their calendar, like a year from now, I want to open up my own gym, but they have no idea what they're doing. You have great context. So like when you check out other spots, like, holy shit, this place is expensive. They have that bike, they have this equipment. And then you're what they call, I forget the name. It's brain fart. It's not slim, but it's like when it comes to scaling, it's going to kill me. But like you're starting out real basic, which is great because you're able to see, okay, if I would open up a spot, I could do 25 grand and that's going to give me a lot. And that's 3 months rent that's saved up. And maybe it's in the area. So you have people training there. Maybe you invest in real estate. You take the money right now, you put, 80% in stocks, you put some in crypto, you hope that doubles, triples, whatever, 3-4 years from now, then you buy a gym and you actually own that real estate now. So that would be actual. So look at Show Up Fitness in 2021, $173,000 for rent. You in 2022, zero. And so imagine what you can do with now, and that's money that you can invest in. That can stuff that could be, you can be one of the fastest growing small group, small location gyms in the nation, where you cherry pick students from the internship, you find out where they're at, and okay, I'm going to open up a spot there, get some real estate, boom, start it up. And who knows, maybe you want to train in the future. Maybe you want to back away from training and get more in the business. That's the great thing about being an entrepreneur like yourself. But most importantly, you have skin in the game. And that's what I give you a lot of credit for. So great job.
Thanks. Yeah. I'd say one place I'm kind of maybe looking to go is like a hybrid model where like, let's take someone who comes in who's like brand new. Maybe they work with me 3 times a week for like a month or maybe 2 months, whatever. And then I transition them to my online program, which, has like weekly check-ins and stuff like that. And then maybe they come back like once a month or maybe once a week or like whatever it is. Like that way, it opens up more time for me in person, but I can still work with more people. So that's something that I'm considering, I guess.
Great. That's the word I was looking for earlier, was lean startup. So you're very lean. Have you been to Tony's spot in Boston?
No, I haven't, but I want to go there. Yeah.
Yeah. When he opens up that, go, because he does that hybrid model. And so you'd be able to see how he's opened up a spot. I think he wants like 3 or 4 coaches in there. So essentially what you could do is, if you wanted to open up a spot, you get 4 coaches that are paying anywhere from 400 to 800, and they're essentially covering your rent. And so you don't have any overhead. And then if you want to train there, you profit whatever, but they're taking care of everything. So then you don't have any overhead.
Okay. Yeah. I'd definitely be interested in talking to you more about like what all that looks like, the whole business side of opening gyms and stuff. Cause I really don't know much about that,
It's fascinating to me, because you look at some of the more successful large companies, McDonald's and so forth, they own the property. And so when you're able to go that route, it's lucrative. If you're able to go the route where you don't own the property, meaning again, Show Up Fitness, we have rent of X. Imagine if you could rent space out of someone for a lot cheaper. That's like what Uber does. That's what VRBO does. They don't actually own physical things. So your overhead's a lot better. And as we expand, and I would say the two biggest fears for people starting out is they have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and they don't have the balls to put skin in the game. And I like that skin in the game concept, because everyone wants to make a lot of money, but they're not going to invest. If you look at, I have trainers in at our gyms and they want more stuff. But then when you look at what are you bringing to the company besides just training, you're not bringing much. And it's not in a business, there's no emotion. You can't get offended by that. But if you have leverage, like, I'm bringing in $25,000 per month. Let's set up a relationship here where you open up a gym for me. I'll be like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I like that entrepreneurship. I like that go-getter mentality, not I want more, 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 more. So can you imagine if I was training at your gym and I'm paying $400 rent and I say, well, I want a ski erg and I also want a better bench. And I think it'd be better if you got some more dumbbells, maybe the steel ones. You'd be like, no, why should I go and do that? Just because you're here? Where's that leverage? And so, we can definitely talk more in a one-off on ways to expand and grow, but you're doing great, man. You're in the Boston area, which is a great market, and you're doing it. So you got Devin, reach out to him on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
I Rise Fitness. So
and you've been in the internship for over how long?
Yeah, well, this is my third time doing it. So I did it once, like over a year ago, took a few months off, once in, and now I think I'm just staying in for good,
That's right. That's a winner right there. I like that. So thank you for everything today. I'm just gonna cut there. Go.